Hello everybody, my name is Nate Natick and welcome back to Seduce. So again, hope it doesn't make me a total frickin' creep that I'm playing this. Okay. Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit. Do you guys like my little anime girl laugh right there? That was nice, huh? I do have to admit, I was spacing out. And just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
Wait, did they always read their lines?
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Oh, girls, they never get along. Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone who'd think the opposites like that would ever... What the fuck did I just say? Anyone who would ever think that opposites like them would never associate with each other. But even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made it a lot of sense. Okay, I was a little bit spacey. Alright, that should be better. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or personality just did dictate the possibility of their friendship. Or personality just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. I'm a good reader, don't judge me. After all, we three had been best friends since, well, preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Okay, one bubblegum doesn't really make you hungry, it just kind of makes you thirsty. Also, wait, you get to choose where you want to go? The cafeteria? Let's go to the cafeteria for break. Let's go here for break, and then we can go to Foster's, and then we can go to the movies. Jeez.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
I wouldn't.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste.
I would never fucking taste that ever in a million years. Have you guys ever had bacon bubblegum? Oh. Oh. You do like spicy food after all. Oh, they just rush away. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with aromas of different kinds of foods. As we got online, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Chicken fries and the spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
Ooh, just a regular hamburger is good for me. I freaking love hamburgers.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
Zuzu?
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
I'm not a very big fan of spicy food. I like those spicy hot wings at KFC, and that's like it. Not sponsored by KFC.
Hell yeah, I'm crazy.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
I think I'll go with what Naomi's having too. Just mac and cheese and soda. Kahuna fries and the spicy chicken burger. Mac and cheese, I guess. That sounds good, even though I hate mac and cheese. It's disgusting. It said soda, and I love Dr. Pepper. Once we got our food and settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside and finally dig into the food. Putting our backpacks aside. Zuzu suddenly leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so that she could rest her feet on the table by her food. Is she gonna fall backwards?
Is there anything we want to talk about?
Remember back in like second grade and stuff, we'd always lean back in the chairs and the teachers would, "Hey, get off the chair! You're gonna fall back!" I did it all the time and I didn't fall back one time.
Bored already?
I know.
Let's talk about sex!
Boys, and I will never speak to you ever again.
Aw, why not?
I love talking about boys. It's so much fun.
What's so interesting about talking about guys? Not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
I would totally. Wait, what was I gonna say? I'm not gonna say that. I can't.
What if one of us does get
It'd be weird. I think I might get a boyfriend.
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
What? Wait, hold on. I thought they were all Asian. I figured this is all happening in Japan because it's a It's that type of game. Hey!
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Or a girlfriend. Oh yeah, I'm gonna land a girlfriend.
Or girlfriend? She can be a lesbian if she wants.
I don't want to be weird about it because she's a girl, but I am a guy.
True.
That's okay, Zuzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
I'll get a boyfriend. Just let me cut my hair.
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Susie.
You don't know that. I'm totally interested in relationships. I'm a total ladies' man. Or woman's man. Wait, a man's woman? I don't know what I'm referring to because I'm playing as a different gender right now. Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with. Or nobody was is into you, or like that's just like an excuse? Like, just kinda seems like an excuse, Nate Natick. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. Just give someone a chance. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation, however, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafeteria started up an announcement which echoed through the whole cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
That's me, right?
Oh my.
Oh no, that's Naomi.
Plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Don't joke around. What if it's serious?
It probably is serious.
Fine. If something happens, just call us.
How would she call you? Funny enough, something did happen. Cold. It was really cold. The rain became heavier that afternoon, accompanied by rolling thunder now and then. The skies had turned dark, though I couldn't see any of it underneath the black umbrella. I keep messing it up because of my shitty-ass reading. Not that I was looking up. In fact, looking up was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. Only the monotone eulogies that floated through my ears reminded me that I was at a funeral. It was only when the speeches ended that I finally was able to raise my head. A small gathering of people, mostly made of relatives that I didn't even know were related to me, were huddled around a simple, small grave. For a while, all I heard was the sound of raindrops on umbrellas. If it weren't raining, everything would probably be in a heavy silence. I looked up behind me, where my father was standing and holding up a large black umbrella for a small family of 3. His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wondered what was going through his mind. After all, etched into the smooth gray tombstone before us was his father's name. My grandfather, the one who raised me like his own daughter, had passed away that day. The ceremony was small. Only close family were allowed to come. Slowly, though, people began to leave, leaving my father, mother, and me behind at the grave. A man dressed in a clean black suit under the uniform black umbrella of the funeral attendees walked toward us, introducing himself as my grandfather's lawyer. He pulled out a few documents from his suitcase and began to read aloud its contents.
And now, I shall read Harold Anderson's last will and testament.
I thought Naomi's last name was Anderson. Only my parents and I were allowed to be present for my grandfather's will. It was under the strict request of his lawyer. And there was a reason why.
And to my dearest granddaughter, I give my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter.
Holy shit, that's crazy. What? I shouldn't be making weird, funny noises. This is serious. I couldn't believe my ears. I had earned the family estate at 18? That was impossible, and yet it was written in my own grandfather's hand.
He passed the family estate to her? Why am I not surprised?
That's your dad. Your dad sounds very pissed with you.
Dear.
Well, did he say anything about what will become of the CEO and chairman position of the Anderson Toys Company?
I don't know, but I figure my gum company will be pretty successful, so...
No. It is presumed that the vice chairman will succeed the position.
Even to the bitter end, he wouldn't give in. What a stubborn old man.
Dad, you're kind of a dick. Shaking his head, my father turned to face my mother with a serious expression on his face.
About the estate. Should we send her there to get used to the building? It'll be a good place for her to live after high school.
Maybe I don't want to live there after high school. Maybe I would want to sell the place.
Sure we should?
Why not? This would be a good experience for her.
But Dad, wouldn't you miss me? Mom!
Honey, what do you think?
Fuck yeah, I think. I really wasn't sure what to say. What did my grandfather think that I was the appropriate heir to the mansion? Was I even ready to live on my own? I know I'm ready
Well,
to...
that seems to be it. We'll be taking our leave now. I'm sure the little heiress needs some time to adjust.
Dad, I'm sorry that Grandpa loved me more than you.
David!
Daddy! Even though she raised her voice, my dad wordlessly began walking back to the car, disinterested.
Don't mind him, honey. I think that your grandfather's passing really affected him. Why don't we get back home for now?
What kind of accent is that? I've never heard that before. You can go ahead to the car, Mom. I think I need time alone with Grandpa.
Oh, of course.
With Pop.
Take all the time you need.
I'm gonna take all the time I need, thanks, Mom. Ugh. She gave me a quick hug and hurried after my dad. I looked around the funeral grounds, which was so completely empty, save for the sullen-looking grave that was laid in front of me. I'm sure that if Grandpa were in charge of arranging all of this, it would have been much different. It was blatantly obvious that my dad was in charge of the whole event. Who else would bury the unknown family member the same day they passed away? Everyone knew my grandfather's love for toys, and yet the grave was a mere stone slab on the ground, void of any children's toys. My dad didn't even bother putting flowers. He disdained my grandfather. His disdain for my grandfather was almost painful. Sorry, Grandpa. I tried to force out some words, but the only thing that came out of my mouth, was a choked sob. I should like stop reading and then just bring someone in to read the stuff, and I would just commentate on what they say. You told me to stay strong, but right now I'm the farthest from it. Like that one time, a long time ago. Grandpa!
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
that voice, though. I was swept into a giant bear hug, and we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. It was one of my most favorite things about seeing my grandfather. The way he greeted me, unlike my father, my grandfather was loving and playful even as I grew older. It's all black and white, and he looks British, so why the hell not? Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said he wasn't feeling too good again. It had always been like that. Dad missed every visit to Grandpa's house, citing that he was busy with work or wasn't feeling well.
Is that so? Well, that's okay. Daddy can come around next time. And you're here, right?
Why would your dad not want to go see his own dad? That's sad. I love my father. Yeah. So what are we going to do today, Grandpa? Mommy said there's a new dessert cafe open in town. Maybe we could go?
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
Oh, I would love to, but I'm so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see? That's what you sound like, old man. Oh, yes. Ooh, is that a toy?
It is. I was designing a new line of them, but I feel like something's missing. You don't think you could help me out, can you?
I could help you out with anything you want, Grandpapa. Of course. He placed the toys in my hand with a smile, and I inspected them carefully. It was beautifully crafted, obviously all I would put into it. That was one thing, though.
So, what do you think?
I fucking hate it. I think the hot eye just when you get it, it'll be like it's alive and like a little night light for you sleep. He straightened his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of silent deliberation, he took me in with a chuckle.
That's a great idea. I'll get to changing it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear. You always know what to add to make the perfect toy.
I fucking know, bro. Huh? Wait, how do you laugh like a British person? Well, I hope I can be like you one day, Grandpappy.
You want to make toys as well?
I want to make gum, actually. Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up, though. You're a very smart little girl.
Don't worry too much about it.
Or I'm a very smart little girl.
Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
YouTube makes me happy. That makes sense. Dad doesn't think in the same way, though.
Father, I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
Why is my grandpa so awesome, but he's rich? I don't understand. And my dad's probably like not rich, and he's such an asshole. I'm not so sure about that, Granddaddy.
Sweetie, look at me.
I'm looking. He bent down to look at me eye level with a serious look on his
As
face.
much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you. There's no doubt about that. And you need to love him just as equally.
I do, bro. I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he's like this, though.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past. But it's nothing that you should be concerned about.
Okay, so this might be a weird question, but when does this seducing begin? Just wondering, just putting it out there. I had heard tidbits of this from my mother and various other people. The only people who stayed quiet were my father and grandfather. Both of them refrained from saying a word on the subject matter, but it was clear that whatever happened set up a wall between them. It's hard, though, trying to pretend as if nothing were wrong.
However, no matter what, you have to stay strong. You're a big girl already, and, well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the world. But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you.
Thanks, Grandpa. You're so smart. Would you like some prune juice?
Mommy, your friends at school, me, we'll stand together to get through it.
We'll stand together to get through it with a bottle of prune juice. How can you be sure of that, Grandpappy? Do you want some prune juice?
Because we'll be right here and here.
Where? My heart? Actually, in your arteries. He pointed his finger to my head first, and then my
So
vagina.
stay strong. Promise?
I promise! I promise! Upon hearing that, Grandpa let out a burst of laughter and stood up.
All right then. Homemade dessert. I know it can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Homemade dessert? Alright, to the kitchen! Alright! Well, I went way over time. Last time I checked it was 12 minutes, so I don't know what happened. But, okay, one question. It's weird. I'm talking to my grandpa right now, so I understand why the seducing is not happening right now, which would be weird if it did. But, when is it gonna start? I was, like, expecting, like, me to be able to seduce young, innocent high school boys into doing homework and stuff for me. That's what I was expecting this game to be. But I guess not. Okay, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more of my videos, click around this one in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, and alright guys, until next time.